Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe back, and I'm going to do my May TBR. So I'm hoping to keep this pretty light because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to want to read. April was kind of a hard month on me on trying to read books that were on my TBR. So I think I'm going to try to back off. So I do want to just pick, I'm still going to pick 3 different categories that I want to pull books from, but that's probably all it's going to be on my TBR, except for 2 books that, or 1 book that I'm in the middle of that I really want to make sure I push through, because I'm not going to finish it by the end of April, but I want to make sure it's definitely on my list to do. So let's go ahead, let's pick my 3 things and see what happens. Hopefully interesting, good things. So, oh yeah, just so you know, I'm gonna look at these and then I'm gonna go get the books and then I'll come back. So, ooh, oldest books on TBR shelf. Ooh, I hadn't got that one for a while. I did knock one of them off not too long ago, but I still need to do some more. Oh no, I just put it on a TBR. Never mind, I need to get that done. The next one is, oh, I got Modern Classic again. I didn't do very good with that one. Haven't done very good with that. Well, oh, I was thinking of one. I gotta remember what it was. I don't know. Okay, and then the last one. Oh, series to complete. Well, I have been doing good with my series. I have completed a couple of series this year so far. This has helped with my series. So I'm gonna go and pick my books. Again, I have series to complete, Modern Classic, and oldest book on TBR shelf. Eek! Okay, so I went and picked my books. So I am gonna show 2 options for the oldest book on my TBR. One, because one is really big and it was supposed to be my backup for Tome Topple. And then the other one is kind of a tweak because the book that I had that was oldest on my list was actually the 2nd book in the series, so I bought the 1st book. So I want to show those because I don't know if I'll actually get to the oldest book. I'll get maybe read the 1st one, so we'll see what mood I'm in. Because again, I am very much a mood reader in a lot of ways. So one of them is The Name of the Rose by Umberto Eco. Again, this is pretty classic historical fiction. 1327, a monastery is, I think it's a monastery, yeah, is a, some people are dying mysteriously, and a monk and his aide go there to figure out the mystery. And again, it's a book that I did try as a teenager, never finished, loved the movie, and I do want to read that. So I just didn't pick it up last week when I was for Tome Topple. I decided to go a different direction, which didn't work out. So I could read that. And then the other oldest book on my TBR that I'd like to read is The Living Blood by Tenerife Dew. And I found out that this is actually book 2. So instead of actually reading the oldest book on my TBR, I would probably want to read the 1st book in the series. I'm not even sure what the series name was now that I was told that. As I said, I bought this when I worked at Walden's. It doesn't say what the series name is here. I'm sure it's online somewhere. I just didn't look it up. But I'm going to read My Soul to Keep instead. So I'm going to put this on. So I might actually have both of these tentatively on mine. Not this book. This book would come later. So it's kind of, so I might read Name of the Rose and then this one, so then next time I can pick up this one. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know anything about this except for that it is someone's immortal and the other one isn't, and then he does something to make her immortal. I'm not quite sure. I'm not actually sure. As I said, I picked up The Living Blood probably, well, it's about 20 years ago, so I don't remember. And again, it was the 2nd book, so we'll read the 1st book. So I think it's horror, I'm pretty sure. And then, oh wait, so then my next one, well, I didn't lift this up last time, is Modern Classics. I am going to try kind of a more obscure one, but I want to read Tory Heaven or Thunder on the Right by Marihati Lasky. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this. I seem to remember hearing about it, that it was kind of, thought it was kind of dystopian of some sort, of an alternate history. Beyond that, I don't know. It's a Persephone book. I've not read many of my Persephone, so I'd like to pick up more of these that I have bought. I haven't bought a whole lot, but I meant they're sitting on my shelf. And I have heard other people read this and like this, so I think I'm going to pick up this one. This one looks interesting. I don't know. And it's not super long, like the other books I have on this list are huge. So this is more 210, 212. So that's more of a reasonable, like a middle book, like between things. I don't know. It sounds good. If you know more about that, tell me. I actually don't know. I kind of going into that kind of blind. And then the other one is Series to Complete. And I'm going to pick The Future Falls by Tana Hoff. This is book 3 in the Imperium. Oh no, what is that series called? The Enchantment Imperium series, I think is this. Anyway, I've read the other 2 books, the Enchanted Imperium and The Wild Ways, over the last couple years. I don't know if I read it while I was on. I don't think I read the other one. I don't know when I read them. It's been a couple of years since I read the first 2. And I just never got around to reading the 3rd one. So this follows the Gale family, and some of the relatives are in different ones. And I'm not sure what this one is. I really liked the first one, and then the second one was kind of an offshoot. It went, I think, to a different area, and it did different things. And I don't know, they're just fun. They're like definitely urban fantasy. They're kind of fun rides, I think. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not explaining that very well, but I have not read the series in a while, so I'm looking forward to finishing off the series, though, because I have liked Tanya Frentz's, some of her series. I've never read the one with the vampire, which is kind of funny. I have not done that, but I've read several of her other series. I read the Keeper one, the Summon the Keeper, and that one, the Keeper series. I read that one. I really enjoyed that. But so I want to finish off this one as well. So anyway, that's kind of it. So, and then just to put on my TBR, just to make myself finish it, I want to finish The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. And if I finish this and I want to continue on to the next book, which is, I should know that right off the top of my head, but I don't. What was that other book? There's another book. It's not coming to me. It's in the other room. Sorry. But I might read that too. But I really am just putting this one on to finish it, because I've got about 100 pages into a little over 400 page book. So I do want to finish this. I have this on audio right now. So that would be the audiobook I would pick up. And then the only other thing I'm going to put on here is that I haven't decided if I'm going to reread The Witchwood Crown now, or so the next book, Empire of Grass, is coming out on the 7th. So I'll be getting my hardback of that, which is going to be hard to read outside of the house. So, but I'm trying to decide if I want to reread this one this month, either audio or by physical. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. It's, again, it's huge. I mean, this is it's almost 700 pages. And I don't know how big the second one is. But because this is one of my favorite series, my favorite authors, I'll probably pick up Empire of Grass. I just don't know if I'm going to reread this. I might just skim the end, because this has the most epic cliffhangers ever. Ever. So I'm just not sure if I'm not sure I'm going to read the whole thing again. I don't think I need to. I think I just might read the last 100 pages to kind of get me back into to all those cliffhangers, so I remember where we're at. So I'm not, as I said, I'm not sure I'm going to reread this, but it is definitely on there. But Empire of Grass, which was the second book in this trilogy, is coming out on the 7th. So for sure, I'm probably going to pick that up in May. I don't see myself being able to hold back at all. So anyway, so for sure, sorry, these are the books I'm going to attempt or read maybe part of them. I don't know. We'll see. Those are kind of going on my TBR. little bigger than I thought, actually. I wish I wanted to do a little one, and I just can't do it. So we'll see what happens. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, I was just about to post this and I realized that I want to change things up. So I made a decision last night. So this is Monday now. That was Sunday. And I want to change my TBR before it goes out. So on my category for series to complete, I had The Future Falls by Tanya Hoff. And I still want to finish this book. It is the third book in the Enchantment Emporium series. And I really do want to finish that. So it's still there, kind of holding back. But I decided there's actually another series that is just calling to me. And I couldn't decide what to read last night very well. And just suddenly it dawned on me what book was calling to me. And I realized I needed to reread the first two books in order to read the third book in the trilogy. And so I decided to do that. So I'm going to reread Nine Fox Gambit by Yoon Holly, as well as Raven Stratagem, so that I can finish the series with Revenant Gun. So, this is the Machinery of Empires series. I love these in 2017. They were so much fun. I actually made, at the time I was in a book group, and I made them read this and people hated it. But I love it. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not even that big of a math whiz or anything. I mean, I like math. It's not like I'm against it, but it's really funny. So it's very big sci-fi, very math oriented, but the world is built so well. And on my reread, I'm only 70 pages back into this, but I am loving it way more than I did than the first time. I understand it so much more because I've read 2 books now. And so I see some of the things that happened later and I understand a little bit more of why. And I'm catching things that I didn't catch the first time around because there's just so much thrown at you at first. This is one of those books that you dive into and you have not a clue what's going on. And I think it pays off in the end, but the reread is fantastic so far. So I am reading Nine Fox Gambit, rereading right now, Nine Fox Gambit. I hope to pick up Raven Stratagem pretty quickly. I'm not sure I'm going to read them back to back. We will see, but I do plan to read both of these this month as my rereads for sure. And then hopefully I will get to Revenant Gun so I can finish the trilogy. There's a book of short stories coming out in June, so it'd be really nice if I could finish the whole series before all the short stories come out. Because I've only read one short story that I got as an ebook, but I have not finished this series. And I don't know what, it took me, I knew I had to reread the books in order to read this. So technically this one's now on my TBR. And this one's a backup. But I could still, I have too many books on my TBR. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I did make a little change. These things happen. So anyway, I hope your guys' TBRs are as fluid so I don't feel so bad. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.